Millions of us now have health insurance under the Affordable Care Act, or what some people call Obamacare. But like many things in life, your health insurance can often be confusing and complicated. Whether you've been insured for years or you're new to the game, understanding your policy is important to your health and your wallet. First things first, you have to pay your premium every month or your insurance could get canceled, kind of like your cable subscription. You can also think of it like a shared healthcare piggy bank. We all chip in each month, even if we're healthy, so the money is there when we need it. If you get insurance at work, your employer probably pays most of your premium, and the rest comes out of your paycheck automatically. If you have Medicaid, you most likely don't have to pay any premium at all. The federal government and your state take care of that. If you're insured through a new health insurance marketplace, depending on your income, you may be eligible for a tax credit that pays a portion of your premium. Once you have that shiny new insurance card, you'll want to try really hard to keep it in your wallet. To better your odds at staying healthy, be sure to take advantage of the free preventive services that all new insurance plans provide. But of course, stuff happens. And that's when insurance really comes in handy. Now, having insurance helps a lot, but it doesn't mean all your health care is going to be free. There are lots of details about your insurance plan that affect how much you pay when you get sick or injured. If you have Medicaid, a lot of these services could very well be free. Otherwise, you'll likely have to pay something when you go to the doctor or fill a prescription. This is called a copay when it's a specific dollar amount, like $25 per visit, or coinsurance if it's a percentage of the bill. There's also the deductible. That's how much comes out of your own pocket before your insurance starts paying. Depending on your plan, you might have a deductible for all your care, or it might only apply to some types of care, like hospital stays and prescriptions. So read your plan material, because it could add up to thousands of dollars. Another important part of your plan is the out-of-pocket maximum. This is the most you'll ever have to pay in any 1 year, at least for the benefits your plan covers. Your insurer will pay 100% of anything beyond the maximum for the rest of the year. It can be just as confusing dealing with prescriptions. Your plan has a list of drugs it will pay for, called a formulary, but the prices vary. Check with your doctor or pharmacist because a generic drug might fix you up the same as a brand name drug, but the price difference could be huge. So, those are the costs typically involved. But remember that they'll be affected by your insurance plan's provider network. This is a list of doctors and hospitals that are connected to your plan. Insurance companies negotiate discounts with these providers. Stay in network, and the discounts get passed to you. Go out of network, and you could end up paying full price. And remember that out-of-pocket limit? It won't work if you go out of network. In some plans, like HMOs or EPOs, your insurance would pay nothing if you go out of network. In other plans, like PPOs, your insurance will cover you no matter where you go, but you'll pay a lot more if you go out of network. Also, if you want to visit a specialist, like an orthopedist, some plans require a referral from your primary care doctor. Sound easy enough? Well, sometimes staying in network can be tricky. In a hospital, it's possible that your surgeon could be in network while your anesthesiologist is not. If this happens to you, don't be afraid to negotiate with your provider or file an appeal with your insurer. So as you can see, there's a lot to think about when you choose an insurance plan each year. Some plans may have low premiums, but fewer doctors or hospitals and high deductibles. There are trade-offs, and understanding and choosing among plans isn't always easy. Remember, if you have questions, call your health plan and ask, or check with your hospital or doctor. If you still have questions, your state insurance department or consumer assistance program can help. With the Affordable Care Act, there's new support for consumers, so take advantage of it. Having health insurance protection is a good thing, especially when you know how it works. We hope you're now better prepared for the next time you have to pull that insurance card out of your wallet. Stay safe, America.
Are you in the market for health insurance? Are you unsure about how to choose the right plan for you and your family? The Pennsylvania Insurance Department is here to help. First, let's talk about when to buy insurance. You can usually only shop for insurance during a period that occurs once a year called open enrollment. During open enrollment, you can buy a new plan or change the plan you have. Open enrollment starts in October or November and ends in December or January. You can find the dates of the next open enrollment on healthcare.gov, which is the federal marketplace for health insurance. Once open enrollment ends, you can only buy insurance if you experience a life change, like losing coverage from a job, moving, getting married, or having a baby. If you do not have insurance, you may have to pay a penalty to the federal government when you file your taxes. The cost of a health insurance plan can change every year. Check if your costs are increasing and find out if there's a better plan for you. The Pennsylvania Insurance Department reviews changes in plan costs every year in the spring and summer. You can find out more about this process and comment on proposed changes on our website. So how do you know what coverage you need? There are 3 things that you should think about. The doctors a plan works with, this is called the provider network, the prescription drugs a plan covers, and the costs you will have to pay. You will pay less to see providers that accept your health insurance. This is called in-network. You will pay more to see providers that do not accept your health insurance. This is called out-of-network. Each insurance company publishes a list of the providers available in their plan on their website, called a provider directory. Now, let's talk about prescription drug coverage. If you need a specific prescription, you can check if that drug is covered under an insurance plan. The list of drugs covered by a plan is called a formulary. Next, let's talk about the different costs you will pay for health insurance. The 5 types of costs are premiums, co-pays, deductibles, co-insurance, and out-of-pocket limits. Your upfront monthly payment for insurance is called a premium. This is the first price you see, but it's not the only cost. You may pay other costs when you receive care. A deductible is the amount you pay before your insurance company pays the rest of the cost of care. Most plans with low premiums have high deductibles. Fees due when you receive service, like visiting the doctor or picking up a prescription, are called co-pays. Co-insurance is like a co-pay. It is a charge due at the time you get care, but as a percentage of the cost instead of a set fee. The out-of-pocket limit is the maximum amount of non-premium costs that you will have to pay in a year, including deductibles, co-pays, and co-insurance. The Affordable Care Act made certain preventive health care services free for anyone with insurance. You should not be charged for these services. To help you decide which combination of costs and benefits is right for you, insurance companies name their plans by metal levels. The metal levels are bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. This chart shows how each metal level represents how you and your plan share costs. Healthcare.gov is a great place to compare plans. It also has information about subsidies, which may lower your premium or out-of-pocket costs. Many people who think they do not qualify for a subsidy actually do. In 2015, a family of 4 with an income of $95,000 qualified for a subsidy. You can only get a subsidy through healthcare.gov, which will also give you information on other programs if you qualify. To help you enroll in person or over the phone, healthcare.gov has people called navigators. You can also buy a plan directly through a health plan website or independent insurance agent. Do you have everything you need? Here's a checklist. Make sure the providers and services you want are covered by the plan you are considering. Depending on how much you use your insurance and the monthly costs you can afford, think about how you want to balance upfront costs, like a premium, versus costs you pay at the time of care, like a copay. You can use the metal levels as a guide. Consider shopping on the federal marketplace at healthcare.gov. To make sure you don't pay a penalty, always buy insurance during open enrollment. Happy shopping! So you bought health insurance. Now what? You should receive a welcome packet from your insurance company, which will generally include a welcome letter, instructions for paying your premium and selecting a primary care provider, and your insurance card. Keep this card with you at all times. You should create an account on your plan's website, where you can find important information on your plan. If you haven't selected a primary care provider, do this right away. Check the list of doctors in your health plan's network found on their website. After you've chosen a primary care provider, set up your annual appointment for a wellness visit, a critical part of your routine care. Routine and preventive care catch health problems before they occur or in their early stages. Also, make appointments for preventive services, such as vaccinations, mammograms, and prostate exams when needed. These services are now free. Depending on your plan, visits to specialists may require a referral from your primary care provider. Always make sure these providers are in-network. Here are some things you may want to bring to your wellness visit: your ID and social security number, your insurance card, and a list of questions for your doctor. If you have a new primary care provider, contact your former doctors and have your medical records transferred. If you see a specialist, it's a good idea to request that they share your medical records with your primary care provider. After your visit, you'll receive a receipt of your claim in the mail or online called an Explanation of Benefits, or EOB. Your EOB will look something like this. It usually says this is not a bill. It lists the services you received, how much your insurance paid, and any payment you owe the provider. The provider will send you a bill for that amount. Your EOB will also have instructions for filing a grievance or appeal. If a provider is out of network, you may owe the entire balance of charges. You can call your provider to negotiate these charges, or ask if you can set up a payment plan. In this section, your EOB shows your deductible and out-of-pocket limits for the year. Once you meet the limits, you'll no longer pay these costs. Most people don't pay a full deductible or reach the out-of-pocket maximum in a year unless they've been in the hospital, had an emergency, or are under treatment outside of routine care. If you don't feel well, you should call your primary care provider for guidance on whether it's more appropriate to go to the ER, an urgent care center, or make an appointment. The ER should only be used in a true emergency. If you buy insurance through the marketplace, you should purchase during open enrollment, usually at the end of the year. Even if you have a plan you like, you can always explore new options on healthcare.gov. If you don't have insurance, you may have to pay a penalty when you file your taxes. The Pennsylvania Insurance Department reviews changes in plan costs every year. Visit the department's website to see proposed rate changes for the next year and find out more about this process. Do you think you're ready? Let's review. Keep your insurance card with you. Choose a primary care provider. Understand which providers are in and out of network and whether you need a referral. Go to the appropriate places for care. Don't visit the ER for non-emergencies. Make preventative care appointments. Check your explanation of benefits to verify services and amounts you owe and to track your yearly costs. Pay your monthly premiums and check the marketplace during open.
Insurance explained. Public liability insurance is for claims made against your business because it's damaged someone's property or injured a person. You need it if you go out and about seeing clients or if visitors come to see you. Because innocent-looking objects can cause trouble, expensive trouble. What if a client tumbles on your wobbly step? Or you spill tea on someone's laptop? The unwritten rule of where there's blame there's a claim means someone has to pay, and that someone is you. Except if you have public liability insurance, your policy pays and you don't. You get specialist legal help to defend you, compensation for the person claiming, and a helping hand to fix or replace what's broken. Having it means your business won't slip up even if someone else does.